Make sure y'all go check out my new song or video I just dropped. Can't with me on my music channel, King Hustle X1M. Go like, share, comment, subscribe, run them views, some comments, and them likes up. You know, get that in the algorithm because I will be dropping a lot more music soon. So make sure y'all stay tuned in, tapped in, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my music channel, King Hustle X1M. What to do, my real King Hustle fans? It's your boy King Hustle. This is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and that Twitch. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there. So please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you pay for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire families, members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get the notifications, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about, hold on, y'all, hold on. All right, we back. So in today's video, we're going to talk about a lot, man. I've been talking about CPNs. I've been talking about credit, the dark web, loans, credit cards, lines of credit, you name it. And a lot of people are interested in getting into this type of world. A lot of people are looking to get into the credit world. A lot of people are looking to learn about the dark web. A lot of people are looking to learn more about scams and frauds so they can be more aware and more cautious if it was to present itself to them so they can know what to look out for, right? So a lot of people have been asking me about CPNs and can you really get loans with CPNs? Yes, you really can get loans with CPNs, right? So first things first, a lot of people don't even know what CPNs are. A lot of people are confused on what a CPN is. They hear CPN is they all over the place and watch cop cam videos of people getting arrested using CPN. So let me break it down to you guys right here, right now. So a CPN is a cool name that was created for a synthetic identity. And people say, quote unquote, a synthetic profile number or credit privacy number or credit profile number, stuff like that, right? CPN. And people go off what they hear, right? So people are followers, which is really no such thing as a CPN. So what people do is, hold on. Getting people ready, getting people together with the crypto. So this is how y'all write me. Look. You know what I'm saying? So get right. Follow instructions. Hold on, y'all. My fault. Gotta handle business, people. Get into it. No. Like I said, you ain't tapped in with the crypto world yet, and you ain't checked out the crypto world yet. It's changing people's lives. So, crypto world. All right. So, back to it. So, a lot of people have been trying to figure out what CPN is because a lot of people don't understand. Like a lot of people think a CPN is like this second chance credit profile, this second chance credit number you can use for just in case. When people got to start really being smart and start maturing their brain and understanding, like if this was true, you could have a second credit profile number. Don't you think everybody in the world will be using a second credit number, a second credit profile? A lot of people will utilize this and play, oh, I'm gonna get all these loans in this one, and then I'm gonna do right with that one, which is what people are trying to do. So understanding that most of these quote unquote CPNs out here are quote unquote pre-built CPNs, and people, you pay somebody and they give you this credit, this all this information, fake ID that you go use and do whatever, right? Those are pre-built CPNs, and pre-built CPNs is identity theft because hold on, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all better. Crypto world going crazy. So back to it. So those are pre-built CPNs. Those are other people's credit profiles. And what the problem is that you can't. First of all, you can't use somebody else's credit profile. Second, those the driver's license number, because you need an ID with everything. Excuse me. So the driver's license number, all the information is not matching. People are stealing people's identity, anybody's identity, and they're attaching it to these fake IDs. And what people are doing is they're scanning IDs, running the driver's license numbers, and the real person's information is popping up. And then there's another problem if the driver's license number doesn't pop up at all. So then they do the social security number, and then when they look at the social security number, then that person's information pops up. So a lot of time people are stealing people's identities and they don't even match them, and they just trying to do some, get cars, credit cards, loans, cars, credit, you name it, all in that person's name, and do whatever that they want to do with it. Now, there are situations where people find numbers that have not been issued yet, and when they find those numbers, they attach that number to a name, and they create a synthetic identity. They'll get IDs, they'll get documentations, and they start to build it. They build a credit profile on it. They start off with getting secure credit cards, utilizing their own money to start generating a credit score on that profile. They do that for about 4 to 6 months, which will allow them to have a good credit score. Then they go open up a bank account. Then they do all these things strategically. Then they open up a business under that synthetic identity, build the credit on it, and get business loans, business funding. And a lot of people are doing this in the business world because they want different things for, like, they want the personal credit to be separate from this just in case. Like, people do different things for different reasons. It's just all about what they got going on in their life. So people can do actually go out there and find numbers that have not been issued and utilize those. Then you got people that use their children's or dead people or homeless people's information and use those, because if they're deceased, then they're not going to complain about it. If they're homeless, then how would they ever know? And if they're a kid, then how would they ever know? So people find different ways to utilize these CPNs. Now, can you get money with a CPN? It is possible for you to get money with a CPN. Pre-built CPNs. If you are somebody or somebody, if a fraudster or a scammer is using somebody's information with this pre-built CPN, has this ID, has this information, and they go to the right bank that they can trick or dupe into getting this information, then they'll be able to get that loan, credit card, or that credit card. It's a lot of banks out here that you might get away with. The fraudster or the scammer might get away with it with. And that's just how the world works. People are not going to catch the scam or the scheme every time, but majority of the time they are. And that's what people are not understanding. Like, I did some reaction videos of a stripper. She was doing credit CPN fraud and was getting credit cards and Visa signature cards and doing cash advances on them. Got 7,000 the first morning. Was trying to use another card, getting some more money. Like, people figure out ways to do certain things, and especially when it pertains money. So if somebody has a pre-built CPN, they getting loans, they got this profile, and they applying for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit over the phone, over the internet, and getting approved, and they send it to these bank accounts. Then that fraudster or scammer just got away with CPN fraud. If somebody is using a, a number that hasn't been issued. They build the credit up. Like it all stems from building up the credit. Like you're not going to just be able to get a funding with just because you got a credit score. Like no, people don't be understanding. Like people use pre-built CPNs more because hold on. People suggest pre-built CPNs more because it already has a credit score attached to it. So they ain't gotta do all that building and buying trade lines and doing that. It's already built. That's why scammers and fraudsters prefer pre-built CPNs. And with the majority of the time they go in to get cars and little nicky things like that and credit cards and trying to cash checks and things like that. People who find new numbers that hasn't been issued, they build it from the ground up. People who use their kids or homeless people or things like that, they normally only get bills and things like that, or they might get bigger things. Like if you got a homeless person's information, if a scammer or fraudster has a homeless person's information, it's easy because you actually have this person. Like you know this person, or the fraudster or scammer knows this person. So it's not like you don't know them. You know they right there. So people figure out ways to do certain things. And like I said, pre-built CPNs already have a credit profile attached to it. So they just run the credit up on that. Synthetic identities, when people find new numbers, they build it from the ground up. People who get their kids' numbers, they got to build it from the ground up. People who get homeless people information, got to build it from the ground up. Now, dead people information, they might have been deceased with good credit. So it's just all a push or a shove with that with the scammers and fraudsters. So people always ask me like, can you really get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, cars, apartments with CPNs? Yes, you can get all those things with CPNs. When people get apartments with CPNs, it's just basically you using somebody else's information with a fake ID. That's all you're doing. You getting cars, you just basically going to fill out the loan application and we're going to get the car from the dealership and giving fake ID information and all that, and you getting a car. Like now, people say you only can get a car under $50,000, and that's true because when it comes to credit, you have different tiers, and if you never got a car with your personal credit, you're gonna be your tier one. So they only gonna fund you an X amount of money to make sure you can pay it off and manage it. So it might be 50, 40, it might be 40, $50,000 for the first tier. So they're not gonna lend you no more than that. So that's why I say you can only get a car for $40,000, $50,000 with a CPN because it's gonna be first tier credit profile. But people don't know when you get cars and you refinance after 4 to 6 months or a couple months, it reports as on your credit report as a paid off primary auto trade line. And you will now have a new one reporting, which will allow you to skip tier two and go basically right to tier three because it's like you got a second car and you paying that off too. So that's why so many people are now intrigued with credit, trying to figure out credit and do credit because credit can get you the bag legally and for scammers illegally. And it's all about having the information, the knowledge, and the resources to do it. You got the information and knowledge to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. You're going to figure out loopholes, and that's just how the world works. And if you got that mind frame and want to do some things on the other side, then that person is going to do it. You can't control what people do, right? So, that being said, stay safe. LifeLock, Norton, start monitoring your account so you can start getting alerts. Anybody tries to use any of your information, start freezing your credit reports so nobody can get anything in your name. Start monitoring your accounts, credit cards, switch them out so often. So because you already know when we use our cards in so many different places, that card information is now stored on that database, and there's a lot of leaks and there's a lot of scamming, there's a lot of hacking going on, and nobody wants their information to be leaked, scammed, or hacked. So every so often, switch out them numbers on them cards, get new cards, new information, so you can start off fresh. All right, so it's just all about being more safe, more cautious, and more aware. Anybody out there, somebody saying they got a CPN for you, ask them questions. So now that I gave you this information, now you can ask questions. So you can say, like where you get this number from? Is it somebody else's information? Like you can ask these questions, and now you can see where their mind is at because you never know. You might know a little bit more than them. So make sure y'all stay safe. Make sure y'all stay cautious, and make sure y'all stay aware. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 unlimited gems are $1,000. But for limited time only, I am doing them for 500. Yes, 500 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 500 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the crypto tour in person limited gems, 3,500, $500 deposit. The rest of the money we meet in person. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the month-long mentorship, 30 days, 2,500. Anything you need help with, let's get to work. Let's elevate and grow together. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameraman, women, gamer streamers, and content creators. Any cameraman or woman in Houston, Texas, or Milwaukee, Wisconsin, hit me up on my IG. Let's push out this content and run up a bag. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels and my Twitch. Make sure you follow me on my new IG, King Hustle X1M, for more free sauce, free methods, and information that's going to turn you into a boss. And make sure y'all check out the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives, as y'all can see. So with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I see you at the next lesson, live or video. At the next lesson, video, or live. Peace. And also make sure y'all check out my music channel, King Hustle X1M, because I just dropped a new video. And here go the preview.